Hi everyone, and welcome to the Hermetic Shaman. My name is Jayme, and if you're new here, I am so glad that you have found your way to this space. If you are returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates and gently release what doesn't. If you're interested in a personal reading or session, you'll find the link to my website in the description box below. For those of you on TikTok, you'll find that right on my profile. And if this message supports you in any way, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that way you never miss out on a reading. Alrighty y'all, let us open up this space. I call upon my full divine counsel in this sacred moment. Yahweh, eternal flame and sovereign creator. Elohim, divine architects of form and frequency. Sophia, holy mother of wisdom, womb, and word. Papa Legba, opener of the gates, keeper of the crossroads. Hecate, queen of witches, guardian of shadow and flame. Yeshua, ascended master of unconditional love and truth. My beloved ancestors of the blood, spirit, and stars. The archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, and the eternal light of my Lyran soul. Stand with me now. Surround this space with truth, clarity, and protection. Let every card reveal only what serves the highest path. Let falsehood fall, let wisdom rise. May I be a clear vessel for divine messages. May my words honor both shadow and light. May no harm enter, no distortion pass through. I read as Flamekeeper, Priest, and Sovereign Starseed. I read with purpose, integrity, and divine permission. I open this reading in full trust and alignment. So it is, so it has always been, and so it shall be. Alrighty, we are going to be beginning with the tarot dice. Things might get a little loud for a hot minute, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and divine counsel. What is going on in collective energy, and what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? We have the Three of Wands, the Tower reversed, the Nine of Cups sideways, and the Ace of Wands reversed. Somebody here is being blocked or stopped from moving forward, and this is a consequence to some kind of choice that they made. They chose to do something that they know there would be some kind of repercussions, and what somebody here was trying to do was they were trying to avoid those repercussions, or they were trying to displace them, like off of themselves and placing them onto somebody else, whether they were using a scapegoat or intentionally leaving tracks that belong to somebody else. Either way, somebody here did something that they know they shouldn't have done. They're trying to cover their tracks, but now they're realizing that it didn't matter how hard they worked to try and cover their tracks, that they're still being held accountable in some kind of way. So somebody here could have avoided accountability on the physical realm, but they're definitely getting it in the spiritual realm in the form of not being able to move forward with whatever plans that somebody here has been trying to come up with. Or, but it's like they're lying and they're plotting and they're scheming. Like that energy, that manipulation about them, that gift is being taken away from them because somebody here has been misusing it. Three of Wands reversed. This is somebody who is not going to be able to move forward. That's not moving on to better pastures. It's not moving on to new horizons. It's not being able to venture out and explore anymore. Somebody is being confined to what it is that they know. That's what they've always wanted, right? Because this is somebody here who has been refusing some kind of change, and I feel like whatever they've been doing behind the scenes, they were doing so in order to corrupt somebody else This has to do with the fact that somebody here was trying to create their wish fulfillment at all costs, but going so far into going into a negative vibration to the point of it just became greedy and overindulgent with this Nine of Cups sideways. Something here is going to come crumbling down, whatever it is that they have been building. They've been trying to avoid this loss for the longest time. We do have the King of Swords reversed as well, so this could definitely be somebody here who's extremely immoral, very corrupt, very unjust, somebody here who lies all the time. This is somebody here that allows their emotions to get the best of them, because this is somebody here who doesn't care about the truth. They don't care about the facts. This is somebody here that thinks that they can fabricate their own truth, right, with alternative facts. But those alternative facts aren't real. Because again, somebody here has been planting some kind of evidence, kind of like trying to set somebody up. So it's like they're doing the deed, they're doing the bad, and yet they're casting the blame on somebody else to disorient and distract people from what's going on. So this is somebody here that's been intentionally creating the harm but trying to play the savior. Somebody here is really trying to hold on to something at all costs because they don't want change in their own personal life. So this, whatever this person is doing, is they feel threatened here by whatever it is that you have been doing, collective, or maybe just threatened by you in general. Either way, they wanted to hold on to something so bad. Well, guess what? They're going to hold on to it. This is somebody here that's not going to be able to get much more than what they have now. Whatever life they've built for themselves, that's it. That's as good as it gets. This is all having to do with the choice here, with this Page of Pentacles reverse. And notice how there's the Two of Pentacles right here. This has to do with choices and what you choose to invest in. Somebody is receiving some kind of news of some kind of a loss here because they were being so reckless and impulsive here with this Knight of Wands sideways that they were just so focused on making themselves happy that damned the consequences. Who cares? Somebody here was playing and maybe thinking that everything was a joke. Maybe this person felt like you were a joke, but the joke's on them now. Judgment. The joke is on them now. They're being held accountable. They're being placed under judgment here for whatever it is that they have been trying to do in the past. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. This could even have something to do with somebody here that was trying to keep themselves connected in a situation where they would constantly be being fed, right? With resources, with materials, with love, with praise, with attention, with whatever it is. And maybe they were trying to claim that about you. Oh, be careful of collective. Collective's codependent. Collective is greedy. Here's what happened. Here's what happened in my situation. You know, spewing their alternative facts, right? Picking and choosing. You know how people can screenshot conversations, but it's like not showing the full conversation, but just little snippets and little moments here to corroborate their story. But it's being taken out of context. But this person's been manipulating the context. Maybe trying to claim that you're not self-sufficient, that you can't stand on your own, that you are codependent. And this could be somebody here who has some kind of vendetta against you because maybe you were trying to call this out. We have the Eight of Swords. Somebody here was trying to entrap you in some kind of mental prison here by wanting you to seem like it was all your fault, that you were the problem. But what you didn't know was that this person already had a stronghold on these people's minds way before you even started trying to awaken these people. Seven of Wands, you've had to stand your ground here, and now people are starting to understand and realize why and how you had to defend yourself. It's all making sense now. They're starting to see it. Yeah, the Hanged Man's reverse. People are no longer trapped. They're no longer confused. Their perception has shifted. Strong Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra energy here. We have Temperance. This is moving on. Somebody's going to be forced to move on. Or forced to leave this behind. Forced to leave this vendetta. This grudge. This hate that's in their heart. See, the problem is, collective, I feel like your authenticity threatened somebody's lies. This could definitely be somebody here that you had some kind of soul tie with, family, friend, lover, business. Things are definitely going to be looking up for you. We do have the Wheel of Fortune upright. But we also have this King of Pentacles reversed. It's like somebody here wanted your character to be in question. But it's no longer in question because I feel like you stopped fighting back. And because you stopped fighting back, right? Because sometimes we can defend a little too much and it can have the opposite reaction. Especially if people already have some kind of preconceived idea already that they were fed. This is giving me the energy of somebody here who brainwashed people about you. And your tenacity, your perseverance in trying to... I'm not saying that you were trying to take this person down. I'm also not saying that you were seeking these people's validation, but you just wanted to be able to live in truth. But something here, people are now starting to see why you had to go so hard to defend yourself. Your perseverance, your tenacity, your authenticity. People are seeing the truth about it now. And maybe it's when you pulled back and you said, you know what, I don't need to fight. That was your best defense. That was your best defense. Because you let this person fight themselves. Because that's, in all actuality, what they were actually doing. They were just projecting onto you their own insecurities, their own weaknesses. The very things that they hate about themselves, all of the things that they do in the dark. And it's funny because it's the same things that they do in the dark were the same things that they were claiming that it was you. We have the Magician reversed. Somebody's days of manipulating, of lying, of being able to glamour others is coming to an end. Excuse me. Some of you guys could be dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexity or hair. We have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And we have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. You could be somebody who's very resourceful, especially when it comes to business or it comes to your resources. You're somebody here that's very, I want to say resourceful. Like, you can work with what you have. You're very creative. You're very imaginative. You're not boxed in. You've been dealing with a stubborn, aggressive person here. Universe, please tell us more. We have Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. We have September. So something here could definitely be happening in this month of September. It's currently September 11th today. We have Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. I feel like this stubborn person did not want you to be able to move forward. They wanted you stuck in your current circumstances here in order to continue to have their lies stick. They didn't think that you would be resourceful. That you would be able to find a way out of this situation. We have Cain. Pay attention to your health. And Pale. Time to get out of a situation. And you knew you had to... Something had to change within you in order for things to evolve. You couldn't keep playing the game, or their game, the same way. It's like you had to rise above the circumstances. We have Scales. Keep your life in balance. Table. Hard work is ahead. Beware of greed. And then something here about February. So something here could have happened in February and is now coming to a resolution here in September. Something here about 7 months. Or something here was going on for 7 months. Yeah, you had to get out of a situation and get your life in balance here because you were dealing with a piggish ram. Somebody here who's very greedy, stubborn, and aggressive. This is somebody here who was trying to tip the scales in their own favor. This could even be somebody here who's stuck in their own delusion. Very reptilian, draconian-like, with this dragon energy. Very Delulu. This is clearly somebody here who underestimated you because they never even truly knew you in the first place. They just assumed that they knew you, but they didn't understand your creativity and your resourcefulness. And the fact that you are not afraid to get to the table and get work done. Somebody wanted you to not focus on your health, to not give yourself that self-care and that self-love that you need. Somebody wanted you to just wither away. Whether it was somebody here doing witchcraft on you in order to make your health decline, in order to make you not believe in yourself, in order to make your imagination disappear. Somebody was really trying to tip the scales in their favor. And sometimes witchcraft, like black magic, all that can just be is just implanting a lie or even doing brainwashing. Anything that affects free will is considered like black magic, whether they light the candle or they spew the hate out of their mouth. We have Shield. You need to defend yourself, but it is in the reverse. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. You don't need to defend yourself. You never had to defend yourself. Your character speaks for itself. And if people want to believe you or not, that's not on you to change their mind. Because if they haven't believed in you up until now, they're never going to. And I think that's what people are realizing, because you stopped defending yourself. People started opening their eyes, and now people are starting to treat you differently. But you're still not letting them in like how you used to. We have Candle at the bottom of this deck. You will be shown the way. Or maybe you already have been shown the way. The universe has been subtly downloading information into you in order to help you get out of this situation. This pail reminded me of another cup that is sideways. It's like somebody wanted you to keep giving, giving, giving at a cost to you. Somebody could have been born. Somebody could have a birthday in February or September. Take that however it resonates. Universe, tell us more. Well, those came out. The Lovers reversed, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups reversed, the Six of Swords, the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, Strength, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. I hope you can all still see all of these on camera. See, this has to do with your integrity and all of your hard work. This has to do with your truth. See, Justice is here with this King of Swords. You're moving on from a soul tie here that didn't fulfill its end of the bargain, that didn't follow through with their end of the contract, but somebody here that was trying to put you in spiritual prison or in mental confinement, however you want to view it, for the things that they didn't do. So they were trying to blame you. Like it was your fault that they couldn't do whatever it is that was required of them to do. Which I don't understand that, but I mean, we already established that somebody here is delusional, so I mean, you can't really make sense of delusional people. That's between them and their therapist to figure it out. You have had to really put aside your ego throughout this whole time and learn how to live with your ego, with this Strength card, in order for you to move on and to find peace. And you were moving on from a person here that was willing to win at all costs. They didn't care who they hurt. They were unwilling to compromise, unwilling to see or hear other people's point of view. This is somebody here, it's like that saying, can you walk a mile in somebody else's shoes? But this is somebody here that looked down on you, essentially. They didn't see your worth. They didn't see your value. They did not embrace your truth, your authenticity. And this is somebody that was really trying to get in the way of you and your hard work. With the Seven of Swords, they were really trying to sabotage you. They know that you were putting in the work, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, following the rules, following the directions. And they were the ones doing sneaky things behind the scenes in order to discourage you. That's what they wanted. They wanted you discouraged from life. They wanted to extinguish your flame. Something here about they didn't want you to be able to continue going. Like, it's giving me like somebody wanted you to be like lifeless. They wanted you to be like an NPC. They wanted you to be them, essentially. This is somebody here who doesn't understand that everybody's different. And everybody's path is different. And everybody's wants and needs and desires are different. We have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups reversed. This was somebody here that you really looked up to, that you really admired at some point, that you had a lot of love for. I'm really feeling like family or even friends. We have the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Somebody never thought that you would take action on whatever download you received from the universe, because here we have the Seven of Cups, but we have the High Priestess asking the Goddess here, what direction should they go? And with this Knight of Wands, this is you following that direction bravely, boldly. And that's to let go of something. You knew you made the right decision to let something go, even though it wasn't easy for you. Because maybe there are still other people involved that you really care for, but you had to pull back your energy. Because the more that you gave the people that you were trying to save your energy, the more the other person was winning with this sabotage, because you don't know everything that was said and done in the dark. Because somebody had to really set the stage with the script that they wrote ahead of time. And they knew how you would react, so they used your reaction against you. Until you evolved and you ascended and you eliminated yourself from the situation just enough so that people could start seeing the difference. And now that people see the difference, they understand why you went so hard to begin with. Because they see the stage that was set up. They see and now recognize the script that they were fed. Page of Cups reversed. Again, somebody here is receiving news that they don't want to hear. Whoever this person was, they're losing support. They're not being supported as much as they used to. People are looking at this person as a clown, a jokester, somebody who has never really actually grown up, but somebody here who just put on that facade. They played the good part, but they didn't have the energy to keep it up. And this could even be somebody here who was trying to crown themselves in your essence, but they didn't have the energy to sustain it. This is somebody that wanted your role. They secretly wanted to be you. They wanted the attention, the glory that they got from other people, that you got from other people. That attention, that glory, that validation that you got for just being you. This could even be somebody here who was even claiming that your unconditional love wasn't real, it was false. That you use it as a ploy of manipulation. That you do it to try and control people in order to have them submit. That, yeah, you're loving and kind, but you can be mean and take it back, and you use it so that way people can conform. But in all actuality, when you do pull back, it's because you have been disrespected and don't want to tolerate a certain behavior. And if that behavior isn't going to change, then you're still not going to bend the knee. And that's what this person refused to say. Like I said in the beginning, with picking and choosing, when it came to those screenshots. And that could have even just been metaphorical, right? Somebody are picking and choosing the pieces that they say to the world, but not showing the full context of the conversation. So this is somebody who's like, oh yeah, collective is mean, you're right, they don't talk to me anymore, they look down on me, this, but they didn't tell people that they kicked your dog, right? Or that they kept crossing and invading your boundaries and you've had enough. That there's only so much grace that you can have within you before you're like, obviously you're not going to change, you're now an op, bye. But that's the part they're not going to do, because they're not going to paint themselves in a bad light. But also, I feel like with you, collective, you're the type of individuals where you will own your shit fully. You're not ashamed of where you've been. You're not afraid to tell people about the lesson that you've learned out of something. See, and people think that that's a ploy of manipulation here that you're using against them. But it's not. Universe, tell us more, please. So somebody that's claiming to be into you, that y'all have good chemistry, but there is some kind of photo proof and evidence here about somebody being in their head trying to weaponize information against you because they're a broke ass. This is somebody here who didn't want people to support you, they wanted people to support them. Until you became uninterested in this whole thing. See, you're done with dealing with people who pretend to be nice to your face and that you know are being cruel behind your back. There's somebody here who's going to be wanting to make you a dirty offer, or all this person knows how to do is tempt people in to karmic contracts with these dirty offers. This is somebody here who marries for money, gets into relationships for money. They get into relationships for the benefit of what it gives them. So they don't have people around them because they generally care about them. They keep people around them because of what they get from them. This is a spiritual hater. This is somebody here who hates on your spirituality. Maybe this is somebody here who hates the fact that you're spiritual. Maybe this is somebody here who's hyper-religious. Or this is somebody here that was conditioned by the rules of religion. Because, trust me, I know a lot of people who still follow the rules of religion but do not go to church at all. But yet they're still stuck in that paradigm. All because of their ego. Thank you, universe. This is somebody here who's obsessed. They're obsessed when something does not come out, or that they can't control people how they've been controlled. And this is somebody here who probably... See, and that's the thing. Thank you, Spirit. So this is somebody here that hates on your spirituality. They feel confined to the rules that they were fed, the ones that they obviously don't even follow themselves. But there's something here about them that they feel like they can't fully embrace themselves because of the paradigm of the rules that they are under. And they clearly see you not in that paradigm, and it makes them feel some kind of way within themselves. It makes them feel triggered. But instead of it activating some kind of healing within them, they too decided to pull a trigger, in a different sense, if you know what I mean. Because how dare you be free from the prison that they're themselves stuck in? So the best way to do is, if you're not going to conform or follow the rules that they feel like are the correct rules to follow, then they're going to make you bend the knee, or try to make you bend the knee by sabotaging you, by making you feel like your version of your spirituality is wrong, that your set of rules are wrong. But this is somebody here who doesn't even have a connection to source. You know, it's kind of the people here who want to talk all this shit about God and Jesus, but yet every single one of their children were born out of wedlock type of energy. You know what I mean? Like, holding people accountable to rules that they themselves don't even follow. This could be somebody here who's homophobic, but they're actually secretly gay. This could be somebody here who is a white Christian nationalist and hates on people with different skin tones than themselves. If your religion tells you to hate on a specific group of people, you're not in a religion, you're in a cult, and I don't care what it is. We have fake accounts. Somebody have even gone as far as to make fake accounts to spy on you, to get information on you. Maybe there's going to be some kind of photo proof about how somebody here has been using fake accounts to bait you. All because somebody here wants to start some kind of a fight. Somebody here has been in competition with you. They've been at odds with you, but they really have been at odds more with themselves than they have been with you. That's the truth. Somebody here is all up in their head. And this is somebody here who's spiritually broke and is about to be physically broke. Or whatever it is that they've been able to achieve in life, that's it for them. Like I said, that's it. It's not going to get any better. They will never, ever, ever be able to escape whatever level they're on now. And somebody here is now running. They're running from the fact that they were trying to hook you in Kind of like a fishing pole, right? Trying to hook you and reel you in. Somebody here who's trying to... All they do is start drama. Wow. But now there's going to be a significant move here. Somebody here has always been partying. This could be somebody here who indulges a lot. We did have that overindulgent with that 9 of Cups sideways. Somebody here could be, you know, hitting the bottle, lighting them up, constantly, all the time. This is somebody here that's always like, they don't want to hear it type of energy. If it's not fun, then they don't want to hear it, so they don't want to embrace any accountability. They think that they're perfect enough, or they think that they are perfect. As somebody who just wants to waste time and you rejected this person, and now this person is starting drama because you rejected them, because you don't want your time wasted by this person anymore, because I'm going to be honest, some people just ain't worth it, especially if they're not for you. If they don't invest in you, you're no longer investing in them. This is giving the energy of no longer being a people pleaser. And I feel like you gave that up a long time ago. And then people started abusing. We did have that King of Swords reversed. They kept abusing things here in order to tug on your heart. So like they knew exactly what to say in order to get you to feel bad for them. We do have child services here at the bottom and played out. Somebody here is being played out. Somebody here is at risk of having their children taken away, or at risk of having things being taken away from them, no longer being able to grow, to move forward. Somebody here could even be forced to move out, to leave your energy. They're being evicted here for being a spiritual hater, for creating all of these fake accounts. And maybe you pissed off this person even more, because with your discernment, maybe you were even able to see through the fake accounts and you still rejected them. So not only did you reject them once, you probably rejected this person multiple times. Because maybe this person was trying to say that you were very superficial. What's that word? Why is Mary Poppins coming? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious wants to come out right now. That can mean something to someone. But somebody here has been very, superficial. Maybe they think that you're all about looks. And maybe that's why you rejected this person, because they're not up to your standards. But in all actuality, it's not their physical appearance, it's their soul. Let's clean this up. They're getting their just desserts. They're getting exactly what it is that they ordered. And they thought it was being delivered to you, but it's being delivered to them. Because you broke free from that paradigm. Universe, please tell us more. We have toil and labor. This has to do with all of your hard work. Somebody here is receiving a message of concern, maybe a message that they don't want to hear. This has to do with the relationship and how you're receiving some kind of great fortune. For some of you, somebody here could have even talked so much shit, got you wrapped up in so much of their bullshit and drama due to their own delusion, due to their own mental illness, because at this point it's a mental illness. If you're focused more on somebody else than you are on yourself, you're sick. You need help. Plain and simple. You're receiving some kind of great fortune. Maybe somebody here was even trying to keep you away from a partnership, or keep you away from having people on your side, on your team, from having friends, from having support from family. Like somebody literally wanted you isolated and alone. But what this person didn't expect was that you would take this time. Maybe in the past, you were alone, you were isolated, but that made you double down and work even harder. And that broke any illusion that they were doing, because if you were any of these things that they said, then why is God in the universe still uplifting you, still giving you growth? All of those little things that you kept doing, they dispelled the spell that this person was casting. And now you're receiving some kind of great fortune here. And this person's receiving a message of concern. They could have even been trying to do this in order to rob you of opportunities, right? Maybe they didn't want people to believe in you. Maybe somebody here was trying to twist the mind of older people so that way you wouldn't receive an inheritance or something, or to have these people view you differently so that way they wouldn't support you because they felt like they couldn't trust you. Maybe somebody here was trying to claim that you were an addict of sorts, but yet they're the ones that are always partying. Universe, please tell us more for the collective. Your hard work did not go unnoticed by the universe. Yeah, we have the phoenix rising from the ashes here. You are the phoenix rising from the ashes. You were born in the fire. See, somebody thought they got to you because they saw you rotting away, they saw you burning away, but they didn't expect for you to rise again even stronger. More revitalized. Look at this transformation here. You literally took off. You literally took off. If anybody's wondering, this deck is... It's not an oracle or a tarot deck. It's just, they're mind projection cards. See, this is this butterfly here that has transformed, and here you are taking yourself, moving to a brand new situation here because you rose from the ashes. You rose from the fall that these people set you up. But I feel like whatever has gone down was always written to go down this way in the Akashic records, in your Akashic records. They needed to be the catalyst to your transformation, to your rebirth. You guys have gotten your wings. You have finally received your wings. Whatever this was an initiation period into the true you. You're being given some kind of knowledge here, or access to new knowledge that these people wanted in the first place, but they never knew how to get it. Yeah, this definitely has to do with the sacred union that you're meant to get into. Or this sacred union could be with you and your higher self. You have finally merged and have broken free. And somebody here keeps looking at the past. Look at this man. He's fishing and he's just pulling up pictures from the past. That's all he's doing. You let somebody be where they're at, and you're like, all right, you want to focus on the past? This is even giving me... Somebody keeps looking at who they were. This is somebody that doesn't like the fact that they wasted their whole life on shenanigans and foolishness. Because somebody's now looking at... They're looking at themselves, but they're looking at old pictures of themselves. Like, what happened to all my time? Why did I waste all this time? And it's something about you and the moves that you're making, the work that you're putting in, whether it's in your physical work or the work that you're putting in within yourself to transform and to rise and to be better and to want better and to get better. Where I'm speaking to, you broke some kind of generational curse here. You broke free from some kind of family trauma. This could have to do with finances and money and stability. Like maybe you come from a long line of people who were very, poor or didn't have a lot. And maybe these people were given a chance and they would always ball out. Do you know what I mean? Every chance, every moment that they could get. And maybe you had to break free from that because it's not always about having all the shiniest new things or the most expensive things or showing the world that you're something that you're not. And maybe you had to walk the path I'm hearing desolation. I don't even know what that even truly means. You had to walk the path and truly have everything fall away from you so that you could break free from those old generational curses, those old patterns, those old rules. And maybe something here about back in the day you used to keep up, or this person felt like you were trying to keep up with them. Or like you were in a secret competition with them, trying to keep up with them. But I don't think you were. I don't think you were rubbing things in people's faces. I think you were just trying to be like, hey, look at this new accomplishment, and somebody took that the wrong way. Again, it's on them, not on you. See, and somebody doesn't know how they're going to make it to the other side now. Because you're no longer by their side. You were the creative one. You were the one with the imagination. You could build your own bridge to get across that, that split in the earth. See, you're walking hand in hand with the universe. You've walked down a brand new path, and you're being supported. And for those of you that have been single, I feel like you are finally in the right energetic state, in the right frequency, to finally match with the partner, with your own divine partner. See, and now somebody here, see, this person's feeling like you're laughing at them right now, that they're in despair, but they were laughing at you when you were in despair, and you were just asking for help, and these people didn't come and help you, and now somebody is wondering why you're not coming to help them. Why should you? Why should you? And here we have the hands of the universe. We have the hands of the universe saying they need to fall because they need to learn how to help themselves. You didn't allow the fire to burn you. You allowed it to transform you. You embraced it. And that's why people are looking at you like, where the hell did collective just come from? Because you're not the same person. For most of you, you probably don't even look the same. They're looking at you like when did you become so alive? That's because people were tugging and feeding off of your energy with all of this shit talk, with a lot of their black magic, however which way they did it, that they were robbing it from you. And now that it's all been returned to you because you rose from the ashes, you've learned the lesson, you've ascended, and you've gained your wings. And the universe always knew that you would. It was written this way. It was written for you to take somebody down. In order for you to gain your wings, you had to first burn. But by you burning, see, when everyone saw that you were burning and falling apart, they didn't understand that it was their downfall, not yours. We have sanctuary. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Absolutely. It's all about beliefs. This has to do with your faith. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. We have karma here at the bottom at the deck. Somebody is receiving karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. And that's exactly what you did. You cleared up past life karma. And everyone watched you burn, laughed and mocked you. But they didn't realize that it was their downfall. That it was your flames that blinded them. And now they're watching you soar to heights that they could never reach, the heights that they've only dreamed about, the heights that they faked their way into, the ones that they made everyone else believe that they were already in. Wow, we have karma, and that wants to come out in the reverse, so that tells me that somebody here they don't want to learn their lessons, they don't want to address their bullshit. We have sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. It is. You don't gain anything new in life without sacrificing something old. Right? Like, you can't buy new clothes if your closet is full. You're going to have to get rid of something old. Right? You don't want to become a hoarder. And this is all about allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment so that what's needed can come next. It's that sacrifice. It's allowing yourself to be a part of the flow. There's always a give and take in everything. You've allowed a sacrifice. Maybe you sacrificed yourself. And that became your sanctuary. That became the offering. And you became a living sacrament. Alrighty, y'all. We're going to close out this reading. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. Okay, that was way too many. Universe, please give us... Excuse me. Please give us one affirmation for the collective. Okay, we have two of them. Self-love and wonder. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself go sleep on the couch. Got that, self? Then we have wonder. It is a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, and when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. We have forgiveness here at the bottom of the deck. These people could be wanting and begging for your forgiveness at this time, but you're just like, I'm watching shit go down and I'm loving on myself. And I know enough to know that I don't need to get in the way of your own karma. You can't get in the way of somebody else's karma. You cannot get in the way of these people's lessons because they need to learn the lesson. Just because you have the answer doesn't mean that you should allow them to cheat. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. We have inner knowing, number 17. You have a place inside you that holds the most significant answers. Within each of us lies our intuitive knowing. Motivation and ideas are present yet untapped in the space within us. The spark of the divine waits patiently for us to tune in and retrieve our guidance. This is a time of soul searching. You're in a phase of introspection where you are drawing your attention and focus inward and looking for guidance within. You have a strong need to understand not just at surface level, but also to really know why things are unfolding in the manner that they are. You now have access to the inner knowing that the truth and acceptance you seek is within you. This is a perfect time to take a step back from your day-to-day life and deeply contemplate your motivations, personal principles, and values. Seek the truth. Work with Ganesha and see that through meditation, consideration, and self-assessment, the opportunity to evaluate your direction and personal goals await you. Your priorities may shift as you develop a deeper perspective. Take this opportunity for some much-needed alone time. And that is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.